Hey YouTube! Yeah, wee bit late tonight. I ended up dropping off a guitar and I ended up talking for too long. And I've got the lawn to mow and I need to go and get my dinner. So this is my pal Andy's bass, which I can't remember where it is he got it from. And it's I went to plug it in earlier on and realised that one of the main problem was the fact that the output jack had fallen off. So if the output jack, if you know, the thing was there but it was just falling inside the guitar. Quite often this works for Strats as well. If you take off the thing and look at it, there's actually another nut below. See that one there? I'm going to sort this out. Look at that one there. It's sticking out a wee bit. Well, you can just use the nut that's already on it, put it out and put it back, and it makes it work. So now we've got it going. I put another string on it, which I've got new strings. I was going to set it up. I was going to see if it worked out. I was just put an old string on it, which is a roto sound because it's got the red stuff on it. So it's quite interesting. Even though this string is rusty and you can physically see the dents in it, listen. It's pure. Much, much louder. So new strings all round, but I think maybe there is something to be said for spending 20 quid on roto sound strings. Yeah, so this is a Jackson CWJ 2019. Can it be that new? It probably can be. I had a similar guitar version of this. They're not expensive guitars. I'm judging this at being about 150 quid new. Really, I don't know. It's not 500 quid new. I don't think. I don't think it's much cheaper than that. I think I can't remember what the model I had. It had a similar neck plate. It was a similar sort of design, but it was a guitar. And I think they were surprisingly cheap because it's a full-on, it's a full-on Jackson loading. It's not like Jackson Epiphone or Jackson Squire. It's just Jackson. So you've got your sharp tooth inlays. The neck wood is it's something else. I'm not really sure what it is. It's not ebony. It's not rosewood. I'll look it up and find what the actual model number is. It's got 2 humbuckers in it, volume tone. It's a P bass. The neck on it though is a bit different. It's got a Jackson neck, which yes, okay, it's got a Jackson neck. It says Jackson headstock, yeah, but Jacksons have a shape. I never played a Jackson bass before, but the Jackson guitars, they've got a neck shape that's kind of Jackson-y. They've got their own thing, and this has that. So it's quite wide and flat feeling on the back. It's not deep that way, but it's quite rounded. It's like a D instead of a C, so it's like kind of like that as opposed to round. And the strings on this are ancient, so humbucker in the neck, or in the middle. That one. Going up full. Whoever had this before loved playing A. Like, obviously everyone loves playing A, but this one you can actually see the string goes at the A bit when it's obviously just been for a long time. So it does need new strings. Unfortunately, I don't have the pedal board. I was having a wee jam with a pal there, and I put the wee red bass in. So basically, I must have knocked something, unplugged the pedal board from the bass amp, and it just started going and just screaming. So we had to use the orange one, just using the internal things. Basically, my pedal board needs to come to bits, get everything contact cleaned, and then built back up again. It's been annoying me the last couple of days. Some things happened, but the problem is you've got so many components in the middle. If you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 10-ish pedals. Every one of them has an in and an out and a power supply. That's assuming none of the pedals are broken. They've all got an in and an out, and it could just be a slightly dirty lead, a dodgy connector. There's an awful lot in it. That's why sometimes it's good, like something like a P bass. Well, this isn't really a P bass, but there's only if all the electrics aren't working, it's the pickup, it's the volume control, or it's the output jack. That's all there is. So if one of them's burst, you just have to replace it, but there's not a lot of things that could to go wrong. This has obviously got two, so it's just wired like a jazz bass as well. So it's amazing how much louder that string is than all the other ones. No tone. Throwing up full bridge pickup on its own. Actually, I quite like the humbucker and the bridge thing. I always feel like kind of jazz bass. I don't really do all that stuff. So it's really just a P bass pickup I need. And the humbucker's not actually a bad approximation of a P bass pickup. Just when it's on its own, you can mix in a wee bit of the. Yeah, so tonight I'm going to, well, after I've got my dinner, I've got a forest growing in the front drive. It's really, really embarrassing how bad my lawn is compared to everyone else in the street. So I have to do it. I have to. And I'm also going to put in, I've got my new bass pedal, my MXR bass distortion. I want to have that in the board. What else have we got in the board? We've got the 2 amp switchy thing. I'm not really that bothered about really having. It didn't really turn out to be that much use. It did mean I could switch between the amps, but I mean, for demonstration purposes, it's handy. But really, I'm just using the orange. I really fancy using the Carlton. I just have to pull that lead out and stick it in there. So that doesn't really warrant having another pedal, which is therefore another 3 leads, which could go wrong, and another switch could go wrong, which might be one of the problems. It could be that's burst. The drummer pedal's obviously staying. The looper pedal's obviously staying. The tuner, my shit tuner, is getting velcroed onto the board somehow. The rat's staying. Yeah, the AB pedal between the bass and they all have to stay really. And I like my new L Campbell pedal. And the 2 fuzzies. The memory toy, I still need to start using it, and I quite like having the reverb now. I've kind of get used to reverb a little bit now, so it's quite handy just having it. But it's weird not having the drum beat. Means you can't play the bass for as long. So the guitar I get dropped off was that Harley Benton PRS. Is that if you've seen it? I think they said it was his nephews or his wee cousins. Who's been messing about with it. It's a bit sort of buzzy up here. Was it up here? I can't remember. You did a video on it before. You said it was okay. Up here I did. Sorry, because that really means I thought it was shit. But I'm not a fan of the PRS custom 24 shape. I don't like the look of it. The guitar itself is a Harley Benton, so it'll be interesting to see what it can do. But to be honest, what I think's wrong with it is his wee cousin or his nephews had a go at setting it up, and he set it to the action is like 1mm at the 12th fret, and not all guitars can do that. 80s Japanese ones, in theory, can pretty much straight up. Like if you put an Ibanez RG, yeah, totally, you'll be able to get 1mm action, but you're not getting that on a normal guitar. Like it, I don't even think a Gibson Les Paul or an SG can take that. It's got to be a very specific type, very, very low tolerances and everything if you're going to be able to do that without it buzzing out. So I think basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean it up and probably just raise it up a little bit. My normal, according to my wee fret gauge ruler thing, is I normally set them to be 1.25mm, which is a penny between the 12th fret and the string. I normally class to be about right, and normally I normally go for about £1 coin for a bass and 2p for an acoustic or slightly higher action. Some people don't like really low action, but it's just, it's one of those things. It's like the higher your string, no, obviously not the strings the way out here, but the higher the action, the better sound you get. Really, until you get so high that when you bend, when you fret a note, it's out of tune. You know, higher action generally a better tone, and lower action is faster to play. But if you thump the strings, there is a point where it just starts thumping, which is. So it'll be fun to do that anyway. Anyway, there's 10 minutes. Very quick video. Sorry, it might be a wee bit late, or it's 20. It's now 1:45. Can I upload and put live a 11-minute video in 15 minutes? I don't think so, but I'll see you later, and I'll do a proper video tomorrow. Honest Gov. Catch you later.